President Trump's historic conviction sway voters? Is it so far?
I think that when you do that, God sees what you do and he punishes you as he sees fit.
Republican Governor of South Dakota, as you know, is next. Plus, President Biden so far opting not to call Trump a convicted felon. Will that change? The co-chair from his campaign is up ahead. Tonight, President Biden mummed on how he believed Donald Trump's historic conviction on 34 different felony counts may affect the 2024 rematch.
Donald Trump refers to himself as a political prisoner and blames you directly. What's your response to that, sir? Do you think the conviction will have an impact on the campaign? We'd love to hear your thoughts, sir.
Should he be on the ballot, sir?
What do voters think, especially in one of the crucial swing states that will likely decide the election? Nick Valencia is out front.
Yes. Trump for 24. Go Trump.
Millicent Abbey gets emotional when talking about Donald Trump.
I love you, Trump.
When you look at that flag, what do you think? What do you see? What do you feel?
Well, I just feel he's coming back.
The 64-year-old grandmother was right here at her home in Atlanta when the guilty verdict came down. She wasn't watching. Her husband, who is a Democrat, was. But Abby says she made up her mind a long time ago.
Sometimes we be at it a little bit. You know, because they say, well, Trump this, Trump that. He's going to jail, this and that. Who cares? Who cares? We don't care.
You don't care at all that he's a convicted
No, we don't. Nope.
Do you understand that some people would say, you know, the justice system worked here? He is.
What justice system?
Out on the trail of Atlanta's Beltline, the heart of the city's liberal enclave, voters were shocked anyone could still support Trump after the guilty verdict.
I just think it's crazy. I think somebody who doesn't know your name, doesn't care about you at all, having that kind of loyalty to somebody who would throw you to the dirt for nothing is insane.
I think that Trump has kind of put himself in this position where he's seen as almost a religious figure by a lot of his supporters, and they are willing to follow him regardless of what he does, and that is a scary thing.
I'm kind of upset that he could still run for president and being a felon, but that's how it is.
He's clearly just the most despicable person who's ever run in this country.
And the guilty verdict?
Oh, I mean, I'm not surprised.
20 miles north in Cobb County, voters here weren't surprised either. In this populous Atlanta suburb, crucial to Biden flipping Georgia 4 years ago, people we spoke to watched the case closely. For more than a dozen voters we spoke to, the verdict reaffirmed the way they were already leaning. Do you think that he got a fair shake?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was a jury of 12, and that's how we've always done it in this country. Every man knows he did it. You know, he's guilty.
I think everything happens for a reason, and I think that when you do that, God sees what you do and he punishes you as he sees fit.
Do you wish that Trump could be president forever?
Yes, I would.
As for Millicent Abbey, she says nothing would stop her from voting for Trump in November.
So he could literally go on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody like you
I
said.
support him.
And you would support him.
Some of you may be wondering how we met Millicent Abbey. Well, I was driving through in town Atlanta earlier this week, and I saw a Trump flag, which is sort of a rarity for a deep blue county. So we started there and knocked on her door. I don't think any of us expected who we met when she came to the door. But she tells me she's such a hardcore supporter of Trump to the bone that she would vote Democrat again if Trump switched parties, because she says she believes he's a good person. But every other voter that we spoke to wasn't as convinced. In fact, one of the voters that we spoke to in that piece says that she is reluctantly voting for Joe Biden because Trump has been proven to be as bad of a person, and she doesn't want to hand the election over in a state where it was such a small margin of victory in the last election. Aaron?
All right, Nick, thank you. It's fascinating to hear from all of them. Up front now, the Republican